Using biology as a technology is critical for our future. Biology is a source of diagnostics, vaccines, novel biosensors for pollution, new medications, sustainable fuels, high-yielding crops and more. But it's also expensive, requiring specialised knowledge and research infrastructures. And this excludes many researchers from around the globe from having the ability to shape the future of biotechnology. My vision is an open, sustainable and equitable bioeconomy, where biology is a technology that benefits everybody. Over the past year, I established the Open Bioeconomy Lab to realise this vision. We're creating open source tools that make the biological commons used and useful. By demonstrating the value of open technologies, we hope to shift the policy narrative towards viewing open as a strategic approach to knowledge transfer, while also reflecting the economic, legal and social realities of biotechnology that make it very different from fields such as open data and open software. The paradox at the heart of the Open Bioeconomy Lab's work is that even though many research tools are now off patent and an increasing number are being born open, there are still numerous challenges to access, including expense, shipping logistics and cold chain. First step, I've been interviewing researchers about their experience in accessing enzymes. And the insights have been revealing, particularly the way in which failure to access reagents really radically alters the way in which you do science. As one African researcher said to me, "All I want is for my students to be able to innovate." Because innovation requires taking risks, and it requires failing, often failing time and time again until you finally reach the breakthrough. This type of innovation is a luxury that can be ill afforded when reagents are so precious, and replacing those that have been used up in a failed experiment could take weeks or even months, pushing researchers to go for the low-hanging fruit and the safe experiments. While developing policy over time is important, there are practical interventions that we can make now, utilising open source technology. Our first focus has been a workhorse of molecular biology, the DNA polymerase enzyme. This creates lots of copies of DNA, which are an essential starting point for almost all molecular biology experiments, be that diagnosing a disease or genetically engineering a crop. 100% of interviewed researchers are using Taq polymerase in their labs, which is the original isolated form. DNA polymerases look like this in the lab, a small tube, which could cost anything from $20 to $1,000, depending on the amount and the exact enzyme that you have. Taq polymerase has been off patent for a long time. Reapplication and I have identified 18 different enzymes that are currently off patent, many of which are still being sold at extremely high prices. Identifying off patent enzymes is just the first step. Now we need to make them sustainably and locally. There are many protocols online for making Taq polymerase, which is actually one of the easiest enzymes, so we don't intend to stop there. But they all require reasonably high cost components that would need importing. These standard protocols have changed little in decades. For example, if we search for Taq polymerase in AdGene, the world's biggest non-profit plasmid repository, we find PACTAC. The blue flame means it's been requested over 100 times and probably many, many more. If we scroll down to get further information from the supplemental documents, we see that the protocol is typewritten from 1989. The Open Bioeconomy Lab is building an open source stack for simple but high quality protein expression and purification. Here, Harry Akligo, the Open Bioeconomy Lab researcher based in Kumasi, Ghana, gives his impressions of the importance of our work.
The work of the Open Bioeconomy Lab is important because it is going to help consolidate the challenges that local researchers and faculties and even universities face in accessing molecular biology enzymes, and also helping to create capacity for local researchers to be involved in using low-cost biomanufacturing. The work of the Open Bioeconomy Lab is also going to help create job opportunities for biology graduates.
In the second year of the fellowship, we'll complete deployment and improve the production process in Ghana, as well as branching out to other countries in Africa and Latin America. I also aim to look at the environmental sustainability of what we're doing and try to bring aspects of the circular economy into our thinking. The first year of my fellowship was an amazing opportunity to dig into questions about the open bioeconomy that I'd had for many years previously. So thank you, Shuttleworth Foundation, for giving me that chance. I really hope I can continue to the second year of the fellowship to see some of that work come to fruition. It's an exciting and uncertain journey, and I'm really pleased to be sharing it with you. Thanks again for listening.